Anas Aremeyaw Anas the MP for Asin Central Agyapong court ne nyina fa number 12 ehon sensem no bi ena Agyapong so koyi who watches the watchman enumu ena Anas kire se oguni ho fin into the court since 2018 omatwe afi de ruling enya aba ruling no me nim de saying na wo si fa no as a lawyer ruling e buy no
Okokota yeso okoya no wadi bimo ye wo action bi abe taking ye wo ho bibi different elements
okay
I so to me make want me meet this element na it doesn't matter did I wa bontin you cannot win
okay
sakesi ekoya Anas de court am say Anas better what we need case
aden
because you can say obi egu ho ni mase I find defamation there were 3 elements
okay
I so to me meet
okay
1 so ni akona wo de ne court no what me prove say waka bibi publication waka bibi online TV radio and now wakasa chere a third party a person other than yourself and you will say me jina wanim na me ka asem chew wonko a udimi sue me
okay
nemo me kokko ka chew nua bi say oh we say good anymore asi and no obetime sue
okay
it's first so your publication
okay
publication say publishing something online radio TV and a publication and it must be about the person you and you are okwakosu no and so ka say ya publish say you
afa me ho
na egumanimu ase the third element is say a containing defamatory matter ade egu ni panimu ase the 3 elements so wa anya ne miensa nyina you cannot win so what them can say
okay
and 1 so be publish bibi efa wo ho na identify wo
okay
say me kwabna ana Nkansah ana me kwame adofo what publish way about me
okay
and egumanimu ase so what I say
okay
when you start reading me I want to me winning eti the most important is say identify the person you can't defame a name you can defame a person
nanya person no so ne kita name no
obi oha okura 2-3 names so what I say
okay
so how do you let's say Jerry Rollins oko ne baby but because o JJ we say JJ
okay
Jerry Rollins enso ni din ba ko but at the end of the day what make say din na ye me me I am the person
okay
eti ye me no wa go mani mase enye din no so what I say so you don't defame a name but you defame the person
okay
so what I say and until obi ewie a no efes obi ko law school no we are no say bia me de Emmanuel Duncan near advertin okay eche no acheni ni was I'm no longer called Emmanuel Duncan I'm now called Kwame Adofo
okay
so what I say and so because the name is not the person who was admitted
okay
is the person that was admitted okay and to what change in time bia and the person will still be recognized in our books okay. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense they say your friend Kwame Adofo but now me to say I'm sick of Kwame Adofo
to asesana
your friend Aremeyaw
okay
so the name is not what was admitted is the person that was admitted
Kwame Adofo
let me change me din time bia
so what they no dey ensha dan hia
no
name ni pedua no
wu ni pedua no
okay
eti wu ni pedua no e na wetima samai
okay
and then so obi gu wani masia obi fofo ntimi samai ma ho
yise wa
defamation is not like land among from who lawyers be able to tina as a land no be sue obi no you can't do that the person himself has to sue
okay
eti utimi ka say wo gu mi papa ni wasi
ntimi ko me de okokot
no and a person once a person dies you can't defame him
okay
because The name exists, but the person is dead.
It doesn't exist.
You can't substitute a dead person in defamation law. Most lawyers won't tell you because they do it as part of tort.
Okay.
But you see, I did it as a single subject. So called media law.
Okay.
So you go into detail, not as a simple tort.
The surface, no.
So what I say?
Okay.
One. Let's come back to this. Anas went to court. Said, "Oh, sue." Kennedy Agyapong so going to
Yeah.
The first element is say, one. Kennedy publishing Bibiana. Answer yes.
Yeah. Or publish it.
Or publish it.
Who watches the watchman?
That's right. The second one is identify the person. You ask yourself, who is Anas? I don't know Anas. I only know the name. I only know the name Anas.
But who name Anas?
I don't know the person. I know the name Anas. All of us in this room know the name, but we don't know the person.
Okay.
The photo that Kennedy brought wasn't your one.
Okay.
So if the photo is not you, on what basis are you going to court? What did the maker say?
Okay.
But what I say, it's about me, and this is me. I'll hold a newspaper like this and say, this is Kwame Adofo. They are publishing this in the newspaper. It identify me, Kwame Adofo, and it contains A, B, C, D. Then I have met the elements.
Okay.
So what I say? Then I call witnesses and say, oh, you're T, you know. Oh, Kwame Adofo, you need to just not here.
Okay.
Agree anymore. So what I say? On your beer, say you are my good anymore.
Okay.
Now, you be ordinarily no, you hold on in a very high esteem. By a T, you know, if you said no, say Kwame Adofo to me, said yeah, and grass, you know, air for toll. So, oh, they make an okay. Now, what to me, uncle, who cries, who some will be power for Tony. Will be to me, so name. So, how are you going to win?
No, intimate Lambacho say. In defamatory case, so being to me sue on behalf of Obidia, then on what grounds and a court no in the first place or mutimi admit case no
when you file your case, the court will allow you the registry. When this one then knows what take process. No makosevo.
Okay.
It's a good time by ABD assembly. And the who say whether your case was a hopeless case from the start.
Okay.
Or was meritorious.
Okay.
So what I say?
Okay.
Now also their case in court, also their NAS. Nobody knows a NAS.
Yeah.
Me up to now, minimum NAS who he is. Yes. So the average reasonable reader, that is the key word, key phrase. Average reasonable reader or person who watched it. Would they lower the estimation of Anas? If the answer is yes, the question is who? Who is the Anas? We don't know him.
They only know the name.
You only know the name. And the law says you can't just defame a name. You can't defame a person.
Wow.
So what did they make an answer?
Okay.
So, from the start, I wrote on my Facebook wall and stuff. I said, this case is dead. Because nobody knows Anas. So what did I say? So, unless you can say, oh, somebody like Kennedy, everybody knows him.
Yeah.
So, if Kennedy had the situation had reversed, and a Kennedy coy say what good anymore. Obi
Kennedy.
So what does he? But Obi anymore. Photo I did by us in your what? So I also watch it. We are him. How are you going to win? What did they make an say? You see the elements of most lawyers to be carry on cases without actually checking the elements.
Okay.
If you check the element, it doesn't fit. You will not win.
You will not win.
One, there must be publication that identifies you, and it must contain the defamatory matter. Okay. 3 things.
Yeah.
So if you get the two, but you lose on identification element, you cannot win. Even if the judge had awarded in his behalf, I would have said this decision is flawed.
Okay.
Because the elements are there. 3 things.
Wow.
So what I say?
Yeah.
To me, cases be saying no. Me na me a nice lawyer can be with him time.
Okay. What him say ye defame edin by defame nipa na personality, and only personalities in bit my court on defamation. What about companies? There was companies they name say we know them by the name. So are companies able to sue for defamation?
Yes.
How?
Because in law, no, your persons, it include registered entities.
Okay.
Right? Because it's a company, for example, has an independent legal personality. Meaning that in law, no, a person.
Okay.
But there's a difference between a company and a person in law, in the sense that you become a natural person.
Okay.
But that company, by virtue of being registered, no, it's also considered in law as a person. It's a company which may sue for defamation. Good company be anyone here. It may sue for defamation. But that is not to say say directors can sue, because the company can sue using as a professional yardos. Company may sue, but through its directors, and on be use to company sue.
But directors not for mudi.
Old director no, because it's not about you.
Okay.
The company is different from you.
Okay.
And even though company bit miss you know, if I Tiger API, for example, Canada Agyapong, so as more kind of if a Tiger API, Tiger API bit miss you.
Okay.
But because so boy anasi didn't, let's say anasi an issue. So what did the say?
Okay.
And anas to sue no so no. So typically say this is about me. But the average reasonable listener, or the average reasonable reader, or the average reasonable viewer doesn't know Anas, the person.
Okay.
They know only the name.
Okay.
So that was itself a problem from the start.
And will you say Agyapong was giving proper legal advice per ne way any kind of fast any near man?
Of course. See, law is like damage. Who press first to press who give a
okay.
And so we try charity. And he did well. The legal team did very well.
Wow.
Because I know said they raised the issue whether you can give power of attorney to somebody to sue.
Okay.
In a personal action. So this is an interesting, and I heard somebody making a commentary say law students are kind. I think they should read it.
Judgment, no?
Yes.
Wow. Judgment, no. Ama Anas Aremeyaw be ana.
No.
Be ne kan.
No.
I didn't.
So judgment said the modus operandi I don't know. Then one source is annoying Juma. But they say so-called phantom and not national has now been decimated. In a sense, why would you even want to hide your face if you think what you are doing is correct? Right. You should come out boldly and say, I'm doing my investigation work.
Okay.
And you can still do it. So nobody knows who Anas is.
Okay.
Photo Ababonti was in your so
lawyer, if somebody is engaging in investigative terrorism, that's
a good question. Judge, I'm making such a comment. I think Attorney General should be interested. How can we live in a society where somebody is terrorizing people? There were criminal implications.
Okay.
Because the moment the judge finds, say you are terrorizing citizens, that in itself is a ground for the Attorney General to be interested.
Okay.
To investigate the work of Anas, whether it amount to causing fear and panic in the citizens. And we are entitled to be protected.
Okay.
The judge not making that finding. No. So he's in what he's doing, his conduct is
investigating terrorism.
Then the Attorney General should prepare a docket to find a way to charge Anas for the work that he's doing. Because once a judge makes that formation, it's very, very, very serious stuff. So what did I make an answer?
Yeah.
Investigative terrorism. Terrorism is causing fear.
Judge, correctly say Anas can cause an overthrow of a president.
There you go.
Based on the Jumana oil.
This is idea. Then the Attorney General must be interested. But we are not in a serious country. Ghana is not a serious country. People get away with anything. If you are rich and connected and powerful, that's it. This is not a serious country. Any serious country, and it will not happen.
People believe say and some court no a kaya no and a judge no kaya no. It's no cry good and us who fee even more than the ken akikaya no. And the judge describes Anas as an investigative terrorist. Can judges go to this extent?
Absolutely.
And declare somebody an investigative terrorist, a renowned investigative journalist, Waji awards globally, locally. On what authority does judges have, and as judges make such pronouncements in their judgments?
So what do you say, Kokota? Afa. Edo masem kokota. Mwanya jidie wo judge ni muse. Onhwe no nkyere na adwene. Enti ohwe afa no ewi a wotimi kyere na adwene. Eka de na adwene kyere no kyere. De court no. Judge ne hwe asem ni nyina na o kyere na adwene.
Okay.
Ti na adwene kyere no. And in delivering the judgment oka say what he is doing is not journalism. It's actually investigating terrorism or whatever you call it. So what is it? Express Ben no use here.
I was here a investigative terrorism.
Thank you. So that is the judge's opinion. But you see, and I saw somebody writing a similar opinion on this. Was that the main reason for his decision? That's the key. If that is the main reason for his decision, then it's appealable.
Okay.
What here? You fan say asama o ditia wo no do digina aso no
e ditia wo no
ene say wo so de o ye ne ye enye journalism eye investigating terrorism what you say say na digina aso dia with my appeal name no ye will be a friend by the way comments by the way comments by the way de o ye no kra no enye journalism na o ye
okay.
So the elephant obita ditano and by the way do you know kanya journalism now because journalism is a kwani faso oh they say they mum in any event where you don't meet the requirements you are sending nyina so oh bit maka say was sending nyina so but all because woni nyina so bit maka by the way comment
okay
and no anya appealable na mum the original so ana the judge the original so e decide and no they are appealable.
Okay.
In
this case no per the ruling nearby no judge no dey pan original so the man ruling was it based on the human anas no and based on the capacity to sue?
Yeah, you see normally judge no anas court wa kana juma wo ye ho asemo.
Okay.
Okay, wasi obi egu na nimu ase.
Okay.
Na wa publish
as bibi afa
na ho na identify no ene contain
egu ne
ho fi e element no na se ba ko kra missing na you don't get it, but in making this obetimi pass on one opinion about kwa afa so ye adwuma
enti pe de wakan no na ye ono an opinion ana na eden
no not an opinion, and by describing somebody say the investigative terrorism okay. It doesn't form the main reason for the decision. What do I say? The main reason for the decision is one, from the start I knew say the problem the case had problems in a sense how can you go and sue in a personal defamatory matter by giving a power of attorney to somebody? Na me ntiase how you can authorize somebody to go and sue on your behalf. Na me ntiase in land yes ubetimaye okay. In other cases, but you see defamation is personal an action in persona about you the person.
Okay.
And to be general crowd and say how do you feel about this publication? Ubi here and say or say and I say a good huffing and I say wo because me egu me ho fi. I don't know so to make an say. Anas say egu ne ho fi. A different from say me
say egu me ho fi.
Me say egu me ho fi. So, meanwhile, we don't even know who Anas is. He's created a phantom person. We just know the name Anas.
You know the personality.
Thank you. So, how were you going to win? You can't.
What is the future of Anas? Say Anas, and I say, be pay case here. You say definitely appeals court never.
Yes.
The future to saying the future of this case.
Or right to appeal. My cases, baby, people appeal not because they believe they will win.
Okay.
But they will appeal it just for the public to say, oh, why appeal? So that's it. Now, in time, Namafokra will forget about the appeal.
Okay.
Oh, why appeal? My cases, baby, also why appeal. Until you could see it. So, what's the make?
Wow.
It is said, also why appeal. When you appeal, me say, I grown the day, any form. It is also why appeal when you appeal me. Now, me can say, how can you win without being able to point that this is about me? It's not about the name Anasu.
Okay.
It's about me.
Person Anasu.
Thank you. Meanwhile, you yourself, you're hiding. How can anybody see this is about you?
I'm from so question judge, no?
Yes.
Say, or a appeals court judge.
Yes.
Any man, baby D.
Yes.
A semi high court.
Yes.
On what grounds?
The law allows that. You see, I'm going to say superior court judges from high court, court of appeal, Supreme Court. But Supreme Court bit my bar, court of appeal be the with my bar, high court be the the same way high court bit court of appeal with my bar, high court be the with master steps no be the
okay.
But won't mean costro. I don't know what to the mechanism.
Into way high court judge, they won't mean court of appeals court.
No. And I will court of appeal to mean Supreme Court in Kudiasem.
Okay.
But will be also Supreme Court bet me Ababe Diasem.
Okay.
So what I say?
Okay.
It depends on the complexity of the matter. So what I say?
Okay.
And judges, they are human beings. Deliver judgment they are wronger. We are allowed to criticize the judgment. And the citizens who have read the judgment can criticize the judgment and say this one the judge got it wrong. So what I say? Okay. So if you are somebody who believes that the judge got it wrong, you are entitled to criticize it. Woodman can say, I've read this and I disagree with the judge. He's wrong on this, and that's fine. And no contempt.
There is this other aspect, Uncle, for NTSA, and one of the allegations, and they say, Anas claims say Agyapong accusing us say Wakum, the former MP for I think so one of the constituencies Eastern region, JB Dankwa, and judge you know say the judgment of mine, people were not happy at all because Agyapong actually must say Anas Muma accusing so no so kum I'm a swally, and then apart from that judge you know so say Omua you do a massem in connection with the murder of JB Dankwa Anas and Kahon. It is on Kahon did mean say straight away defame Anas because
and I make just say Anas no only way. That is the problem with the case. Anas only way. The name cannot sue. It's the person that can sue. So you cannot go and say Anas is suing you. Somebody will say there's no such person as Anas. So Kwame Adofo, I will come boldly and say I'm Kwame Adofo. I was born XYZ, I've grown, I've gone to school, my people see me in this high repute. You publish this against me and it's defamatory of me.
Okay.
So that's it.
Yeah.
But if you are not bold enough to go to court and say I'm Anas and you are hiding, somebody who is already hiding, what reputation do you have?
Well, the share number 12 cry. Any judges no dear. Oma victim to Anas principle no. Omo me at take on Anas based on ruling ya court diaba court ana.
That's very interesting. May I sure say people will fall victim to what Anas has done. If a court has found that the method was wrong and are wrongful, that should be a ground for them to be able to sue Anas. So what did they say? Say judge nyaka say. Tactics or use man for life aye basa aye wrong enye papa. Some victims see as ultimately action issue Anas. But then I go back. The question is, who is Anas? Who are you going to sue? Who can who him for?
Oh, okay.
Anka who KB Nkansah Nasa who number who ye idia. Bini maybe a war. So by Anas and war. And this is what I'm saying. And I've heard people making commentary. Protection of the man Anas was way too much. He was getting away with so many things. And I think the time has come for us to see it as it is. And make sure that protection is never given to anybody anymore. Now, if you are more big, how?
But even in the court,
proper.
Okay.
And I don't see why he should be covering his face. If you think what you are doing is noble and just, why do you need to cover your face?
Wow.
So what did the American say? I don't see why. But because Sabia or Nofi said there were too many people looking after him in Geneva and Oyesadia, that's another story.
Except for personal security.
Personal security, you know, personal security. So they say, but if you are going about doing all these things and you are covering your face, the question is why? Why are you covering your face? If you know you've done nothing wrong. There are so many other journalists who are here walking around without covering their faces. So what is so special about you? And Aremeyaw is so special
because it goes deeper. And the oil and also no people many.
So because it deeper is the question of relative.
Okay.
Somebody's deeper is somebody's shallow. So what does it?
Yeah.
The glass is half full. Somebody will say no, it's half empty.
Okay.
So I don't. Oh, it's a relative way.
The person can say or no based on the oil and I say penny oil no. Uremu na and Crawford or ye Jumana farm hono. Some of them are people of high profile personalities.
Are they not human beings? So because of that, in Utitu badly, yours should be discounted because you are not high profile.
No, they be say or Katan and Nima in the Juman who has na American.
In public everywhere, or Katan him. So I don't know who announces.
Okay.
So that's it. Is it if I want to sue Anas, where is Anas? Who knows him?
Into Oma finance and I say by the Jumano, Ama Omo, you modi Yachibia Tumu, and
I think they should consider filing a civil action against Anas. Because if a court has found that the process and the tactics was wrongful there, then everything that followed is wrongful.
But this is the case.
And your friend said you can't put something on nothing and expect it to stand.
Okay.
Say procedure you're wrongful. Yeah, everything that came out of your procedure should be wrongful.
But this is the case.
Sure, they can also bring action against.
This is the case, and so we don't know the person and us.